You wake up with a fire inside you, but by the time the sun sets, that fire has become smoke. You think, you analyze, you plan, you dream, but still, the days pass, and the needle barely moves. Let me tell you a truth most people never admit. The greatest prison you will ever face is not the one built by circumstance, by hardship, or by failure. It's the prison of your own overthinking. And its bars are made of fear, perfectionism, and hesitation. You already know what to do. You just haven't done it, because thinking feels safe. It gives you the illusion of progress. You tell yourself you're preparing, researching, waiting for the perfect timing. But preparation without action is just procrastination in disguise. This is why you're stuck. You're waiting for clarity before you move, when in reality, clarity comes from movement. Thomas Edison didn't wait until he was sure he could invent the light bulb. He acted, failed, tried again, 10,000 times. And each failure lit the path a little brighter. Henry Ford didn't wait for public approval before building the automobile. He saw a future no one else saw and drove straight into it. The road didn't exist, so he paved it. Action is not the result of certainty. It is the cause of it. We live in a world where analysis is glorified, but execution is what changes lives. There is no perfect moment, no flawless plan, no secret technique that will save you from doing the work. You become successful the moment you decide to move, not when you think, not when you wish, but when you act. The difference between those who build empires and those who build excuses is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is motion. The successful don't think less than you do. They just don't let thought paralyze them. They think and move, reflect and build, adjust and continue. They understand that action is the language of reality. Overthinking is seductive. It makes you feel smart, makes you feel in control. But it is a liar. It keeps you in a loop of what-ifs and not-yets. And every minute you spend in that loop is a minute of your life you will never get back. The mind is a tool, not a master. When you let it run unchecked, it becomes your enemy. It whispers doubt, amplifies fear, and delays destiny. So many dreams die not from failure, but from overthinking. People waiting for the stars to align, for their confidence to grow, for the right mood, the right feedback, the right permission. But confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build, and building happens through doing. Clarity is built through doing. Growth is earned through doing. Success is constructed one imperfect action at a time. You don't have to have all the answers to begin. You just need the courage to begin without them. Think of Walt Disney. He was told over and over again that his ideas were childish, unrealistic, unprofitable. He didn't wait for the world to understand him. He built his world anyway. And in doing so, he pulled the rest of us into it. You want clarity? Move. You want results? Move. You want to escape the trap of your own thoughts? Then stop thinking and start creating. That business idea you've been mulling over for years, launch something. That book you keep outlining in your head, write a page. That conversation you've been putting off, speak. Action unlocks momentum. Momentum breeds belief. Belief creates identity. You think you need motivation, you don't. You need a win, one real, tangible win, a result. And the only way to get that win is to take the first step. You're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because you're idle. Success belongs to the bold, not the reckless, but the bold. The ones who move forward despite uncertainty. The ones who take the first step without seeing the whole staircase. Discipline is doing the thing you said you'd do, long after the emotion that made you say it has faded. And greatness is discipline repeated until it becomes identity. If you want to change your life, you must become someone who takes action. Not just once, not just when it's convenient, every day, every single day. The enemy is not failure, it's hesitation, because hesitation becomes habit, and habit becomes identity. You hesitate long enough, you become the kind of person who always hesitates. But if you act long enough, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel ready, you become the kind of person who always finds a way. So stop waiting. Start moving. The world doesn't need another thinker. It needs builders, creators, doers. People who take the raw clay of their ideas and shape it into something real. Let your actions speak louder than your doubts. Let your movement drown out your fears. Let your work become your voice. This is the cure to overthinking, relentless daily action. And this is the truth. If you do nothing, nothing changes. But if you do one thing, even one, everything can change. It begins the moment you stop intellectualizing your purpose and start embodying it. You don't rise by hoping, you rise by lifting. And the heaviest weight you'll ever lift is the first ounce of commitment. Your success isn't somewhere far out in the distance. It's not locked away in a perfect version of you. It's within reach, buried under hesitation. And the key to unlocking it is action. Ask yourself this: what would my life look like if I had started a year ago? How much closer would I be if I took one bold step each day? Regret is the debt we pay for choosing comfort over courage. But the beautiful thing about life is this: the door is never truly closed. You can choose differently now. You can act today. Don't let another week pass collecting dust on your dreams. Burn the bridge to your excuses. Turn your mind into a weapon for execution, not just contemplation. Because no matter how long you've been stuck, momentum can be built in a moment. One honest action, one uncomfortable step, one leap of faith. That's all it takes to break the inertia. Stop obsessing over being flawless. Start becoming relentless. The ones who make it in life are rarely the ones who had it all figured out. They're the ones who showed up scared, showed up tired, showed up unsure, but showed up anyway. That's how change begins. That's how transformation unfolds, not in the perfect plan, but in the imperfect start. So go, now, while the fire is still flickering, while your heart is still speaking, while your doubt is still weaker than your desire. This is why you were stuck, but now you know, and knowing means nothing until you move. It is not the man with the most talent who wins. It is the one with the most endurance. It is not the person with the cleanest plan who succeeds. It is the one who executes ruthlessly, daily, consistently. Be relentless. Be unreasonable with your excuses. Be faithful to your mission, not your mood. Those who change the world do not wait for permission. They do not sit idle in the council of what-ifs. They declare their vision through movement, through sweat, through discipline, through sacrifice. This is how you break the chains. This is how you change your name from stuck to unstoppable. The version of you you're meant to become is waiting on the other side of one simple thing: movement. So move. Move like your life depends on it, because it does, and when you finally do, you'll realize something profound. It was never the lack of time, never the lack of tools, never the lack of support. It was always the lack of movement. That truth will hit hard, and it should, because it wakes you up. You will look back and see all the moments you doubted yourself, and realize they were just shadows cast by your own inaction. You will realize that you were not waiting for a sign. You were the sign. You were the spark. You were the door. You were the plan. And now that you've moved, you become something dangerous to mediocrity. You become a force, unstoppable, unapologetic, unbreakable. Because once you break free of the chains in your own mind, nothing external can ever hold you again. This is the power of motion, the resurrection of purpose, the rebirth of belief. This is why you were stuck. But this is why you're free. Now go, and don't stop. Let this be the day your life bends in a new direction. Let this be the moment you stop negotiating with your limitations. Let this be the line in the sand between the version of you that waits and the version of you that wins. Don't let the momentum end here. Carry it, fan it, Feed it. Let your habits become your hammer, your decisions your chisel, and your days the stone on which you carve your legacy. The world is waiting for your motion, and history only remembers those who moved.